Good evening. I'm William Ferguson. This is Common Sense. Well, Adam Schiff read the impeachment notification, and I want to talk about it. When I listened to Schiff put out the terms of impeachment to the Senate, when it was delivered with all this pomp and circumstance and hoo-ha, it really made me angry. Is this really what is supposed to be going on? Let's go through a couple of clips I've got here first, and then I'm going to get mad.
The Constitution provides that the House of Representatives shall have the sole power of impeachment, and that the President shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. In his conduct of the office of the President of the United States, and in violation of his constitutional oath faithfully to execute the office of President of the United States, and to the best of his ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, and in violation of his constitutional duty to take care that the laws be faithfully executed, Donald J. Trump has abused the powers of the presidency in that, using the powers of his high office, President Trump solicited the interference of a foreign government, Ukraine, in the 2020 United States presidential election.
Really? The president abused the power of his office. Now wait a second. Let's think back. Let's think to the day of the inauguration, which was almost 3 years ago. What about then? They were saying the same thing. Let's impeach Trump. Why? And I think that the main reason is President Trump wants to drain the swamp. And I've got a feeling that some of these people are into the dirt, in it deep. And they don't want to get out. It'll cost them money. It'll cost them kickbacks. It'll show how truly corrupt Washington, D.C. is if all this comes out. Let's go to the next one.
President Trump also sought to pressure the government of Ukraine to take these steps by conditioning official United States government acts of significant value to Ukraine on its public announcement of the investigations. President Trump engaged in this scheme or course of conduct for corrupt purposes in pursuit of personal political benefit.
No, he did not. This whole thing is revolving around President Trump. It should not be. Who was it that was really colluding with the Ukrainians? It was Joe Biden and his boy, Hunter Biden. They were in cahoots with the corrupt regime in Ukraine. There was a change in leadership in the Ukrainian government. And the new leader said, I am going to try to abolish all this corruption that's going on. And part of that corruption was Hunter and Joe Biden. And I think the Democrats are trying to cover up a whole lot more than just that. I really do. And they're trying to impeach the president because he doesn't want corruption. And I don't blame him. I don't want corruption either. I don't want these people lying through their teeth to me. Let's go to the next one.
The same corrupt motives, President Trump acting both directly and through his agents within and outside the United States government, conditioned 2 official acts on the public announcement that he had requested. A, the release of $391 million of United States taxpayer funds that Congress had appropriated on a bipartisan basis for the purpose of providing vital military and security assistance to Ukraine to oppose Russian aggression, and which President Trump had ordered suspended. And B, a head of state meeting at the White House, which the President of Ukraine sought to demonstrate continued United States support for the government of Ukraine in the face of Russian aggression.
In the face of Russian aggression. Let's see, this whole thing began when Obama was in office. And he offered them MREs, meals ready to eat. It's a military meal, and blankets. That'll help protect you from the Russians. No, it won't. Now let's get to the first part of this. That $391 million, it went for missiles, defense weapons, so that they could protect themselves. And the release of the money came prior to the agreed upon deadline that was set by our government. And that includes the House and the Senate. This whole thing is foolishness. And it really makes me mad that they are spending our tax money and time that they should be using to fix something else. We'll get into that after this one.
In response, without lawful cause or excuse, President Trump directed executive branch agencies, offices, and officials not to comply with those subpoenas. President Trump thus interposed the powers of the presidency against the lawful subpoenas of the House of Representatives and assumed to himself functions and judgments necessary to exercise the sole power of impeachment vested by the Constitution in the House of Representatives. President Trump abused the powers of his high office through the following means. Number 1, directing the White House to defy a lawful subpoena by withholding the production of documents sought therein by the committees. Number 2, directing other executive branch agencies and offices to defy lawful subpoenas and withhold the production of documents and records from the committees, in response to which the Department of State, the Office of Management and Budget, Department of Energy, and Department of Defense refused to produce a single document or record. Directing current and former, number 3, directing current and former executive branch officials not to cooperate with the committees, in response to which 9 administration officials defied subpoenas for testimony.
Gee, it's actually called executive privilege. The president has the right to do that, to say, no, you're not going to go, you're not going to testify, you're not going to get these documents. Why? Why would President Trump say that? Well, let's go back. Because in the beginning, at the inauguration, they were screaming, impeach him. He's not stupid. You think he's going to hand over documents and have people testify just so that the people in the House of Representatives can catch him up, get him to lie, get him to make up stories, trip them up in their words, take the documents and cherry pick what they want to say, what they want the media to pass on to the public? Do you really think that's what's going on? No, it's not going on. Because the president's smarter than that. He knows what you people are going to do. Adam Schiff, you've already read a false statement about the phone call that he made to the president of Ukraine in the House. And you really think that he's just going to willfully hand things over to you? Are you crazy? You're a liar. You lie. And let's look at your district. Where are you from? California? I believe so. What are you doing for your people in California? Is this helping them? Is trying to impeach a president that's doing good, that's bringing this country forward prosperly, securely, peacefully, united? Is this what your job is supposed to be? You are in dereliction of duty. You are supposed to be working for the people, not trying to destroy this country. You and all the rest of the Democrats. Pelosi, let's look at your district. Gosh, what state are you from? California. Gosh, the homeless problem in California is outrageous. You've got drug addicts. You've got filth out there. And I actually heard a report today from a doctor that says you are in line, as time would have it, to bring on the plague. And you say you're helping your constituents by trying to impeach a president that's trying to bring this country forward? Is that really how we bring this country forward? It's try to kill off the people with disease, drug addiction, homelessness? You people can't even see what you are doing. You are so bent on getting a good president out of the Oval Office that you're neglecting your own states, your own districts, and the cities that lie within those districts. I was watching a special on Austin, Texas, and I never thought it would happen here, but it's happening here. The same thing that's happening in San Francisco and Los Angeles. It's happening here. Homelessness. People are camping out on sidewalks, under underpasses. They've gone crazy. A man stabbed 2 people, killing 1. Look, you are not doing your jobs. You are elected to help, not hinder. You were elected to bring ideas into the chambers and say, I've got this problem in my district and I need help in trying to figure out how we can fix it. You people have lost it. You really have. You are all in dereliction of duty. You are not performing the duty that you were elected to do as it was assigned to you by the Constitution. And you also, and I've heard it over and over and over and over again, President Trump took an oath to uphold the Constitution. And so did you. And you are not upholding the Constitution. You are against it. This is my country. You see that flag behind me? Not the U.S. flag, that one. That's a Marine Corps flag. And it's hanging right next to a honorable discharge from the United States Marine Corps. I was willing to fight and die so that you people could become derelict in your duty, so that you could try to destroy this country I was willing to die for? Really? And the only thing I can really say about this, there will be justice served. There will. And it may not be by man. But I guarantee you, God knows every single last filthy, corrupt action that's going on in Washington, D.C. every moment of every day. This is his country. The Constitution is based on Christian Judeo principles. They prayed every time they met in the writing of the Constitution. They would sit and they would discuss things. And they figured things out so that it came out the way it did. For the people, not the politicians. Anymore, this country was great. And now, thanks to the Democrats, you're turning it into an evil sewage hole. Swamp isn't even good enough. Sometimes I just get so mad at what you people are doing. All you're doing is proving that you are evil. That's it. You're evil. You want to rule this country. You want to rule the world. Well, guess what? There's one ruler. His name is Jesus. He's the Son of the one true living God. He is the King. King of all kings. He is the Lord over all. And when that day comes that your body quits and you look at someone you've never seen before, I guarantee you he's going to tell you, "Depart from me, I never knew you." And you're going to spend your time at a place that is not nice at all. And no, I don't feel sorry for you because you make your own choices. You've heard the gospel. I'm sure you have. And if you haven't, I learn it. Go find it. It's in the Bible. It's a book. God doesn't want us all to die. That's why he sent his Son to die for us. So that when our bodies give out, our spirit can live on for eternity with him. In peace and joy and unity. And what the Democrats are showing is they want to live in hatred and evil and lies and deception. There you go. That's what you're showing God. So when you do reach to the white throne judgment, all you can say is, well, I showed you what I wanted on earth. It's what I want, that's what I'll get. That's all I've got for now. I'm just angry. I am just so fed up with the Democrat politicians of this country. Please pray for our president. Pray that God will protect him from all the evil that there is in Washington, D.C. Pray for the police and the military of this country. Those that are keeping us safe, that God will keep them safe and bring them home to their families and loved ones. I thank you for watching me rant, but I have to get it out. This is ridiculous. I thank you for watching. I'm William Ferguson, and this is Common Sense.